How to fix and reset the ABS and traction control light. If your ABS light and traction control light came on at the same time, do not make the mistake of assuming it is just an electrical glitch and clearing it without checking and fixing what caused it. And that is because, though sometimes it could be a minor issue like a dirty wheel speed sensor or low battery voltage, but in most cases it is the sign of a braking or stability control problem that can affect how your car stops and how it handles in a panic situation. Which is exactly why it is important you watch this video to the end, because if you only focus on how to reset the traction control light and ABS light without fixing the cause, there is a good chance the lights will come right back on. So in this video, you are going to see all the various reasons why the ABS and traction control light come on at the same time, how to fix the most common causes step by step, and then how to reset the ABS and traction control light the right way once the problem is actually fixed. The first thing to understand is why the two lights so often appear together. And that is because in most modern vehicles, the ABS system and traction control system share data and information from the same sensors and control modules. The most important shared input is usually the wheel speed sensors. The ABS system uses them to tell if one wheel is locking up under braking. The traction control system uses them to tell if one wheel is spinning faster than it should under acceleration. So if one of those sensors fails, gets dirty, sends an implausible signal, or loses its wiring connection, both systems can be affected. That is why the ABS and traction control light on at the same time is so common. The car is basically telling you that one shared input or one related system fault has disabled more than one safety function. Guys, before moving on, if this video is helping you so far, please take a second to subscribe to the channel. It really helps support the channel, and it lets me keep making more guides like this to help you fix your car issues yourself. Now, before touching anything, start with a simple safety check. If the brake pedal feels normal, the car drives normally, and the only issue is the warning lights, the car may still be drivable for diagnosis. But you should drive carefully because ABS and traction control assistance may be disabled. If the brake pedal feels soft, the car pulls badly, you hear grinding, or the red brake warning light is also on, that is different. That could mean a more serious brake problem, and you should not keep driving it casually until that is checked. The smartest place to begin is not with random parts swapping, it is with a scan tool. If you really want to know how to fix the ABS and traction control light on, the best first step is to read the fault codes from the ABS module, not just the engine computer. This is where a lot of people go wrong. A basic code reader may only read engine codes and show you nothing useful, but ABS faults are often stored in the ABS control module, and you need a scanner that can read chassis or ABS codes. Once you plug it in, look for codes related to wheel speed sensors, tone rings, steering angle sensors, brake pressure sensors, yaw sensors, low system voltage, or ABS module communication faults. If the code points to a specific wheel speed sensor, that is where you start physically inspecting. Let us say it says left front wheel speed sensor circuit or right rear wheel speed sensor signal implausible. Raise the vehicle safely, remove the wheel if needed, and inspect that area closely. Look at the sensor itself, the sensor wiring, the connector, and the tone ring or reluctor ring that the sensor reads. On some vehicles, the tone ring is built into the axle or CV joint. On others, it is part of the hub or bearing assembly. If the sensor is covered in metal debris, road grime, or corrosion, clean it carefully. If the wiring is rubbed through, pinched, broken, or hanging loose, repair that first. If the tone ring is cracked, rust swollen, broken, or missing teeth, the sensor may be fine, but the ring is sending bad data. In that case, replacing only the sensor will not solve the problem. This is one of the biggest reasons people struggle with how to fix ABS and traction control light on. They replace the sensor because the code mentions the sensor, but the actual issue is the wiring, the wheel bearing play, or the tone ring. So when you inspect, do not just stare at the sensor and stop there. Wiggle the harness gently, look for green corrosion in the connector, check whether the sensor is seated properly, and inspect the surrounding rotating parts. If your car has no obvious wheel speed sensor damage and the scan tool shows a low voltage or system voltage related code, then the next step is to check battery and charging condition. Low voltage can trigger ABS and traction control warnings on many cars. If the battery is weak, recently disconnected, poorly grounded, or the alternator is undercharging, the module may see unstable voltage and turn the lights on. Check battery voltage with the engine off and then with the engine running. If voltage is low, fix that before chasing more complicated ABS issues. A weak battery has fooled a lot of people into replacing parts they did not need. Another common cause is a bad wheel bearing or hub assembly. This is especially true on vehicles where the sensor reads wheel speed through the hub assembly itself. If the wheel bearing has too much play, the sensor gap can change and the signal can become erratic. That can turn on the ABS light and traction control light at the same time, even though the sensor itself is technically still working. So if you hear wheel bearing noise, feel looseness, or the scanner shows an intermittent wheel speed dropout from one corner, do not ignore the possibility of a failing bearing or hub. Now, if your scan tool points more towards steering angle sensor calibration or stability control related faults, that changes the direction. On some cars, after alignment work, battery disconnection, steering component repair, or even low voltage events, the steering angle sensor may lose calibration. When that happens, the traction control or stability system may not know where straight ahead is, and that can trigger warning lights. In that case, the fix may not be a wheel sensor at all. It may require recalibrating the steering angle sensor with a capable scan tool, or sometimes by performing a manufacturer-specific steering reset procedure. This is more common when the traction or stability light is involved with no obvious wheel speed sensor problem. Brake fluid level is another simple thing to check. Low brake fluid does not always trigger both lights by itself on every car, but on some vehicles it can contribute to brake and stability warning issues, especially if the system sees related pressure faults, so check the brake fluid reservoir. If it is low, do not just top it off and forget it. Find out why it is low. It could be normal brake pad wear, but it could also mean a leak that needs attention. Now let us go step by step through a practical diagnosis flow because this is what saves you time. First, scan the ABS system for codes. Second, identify whether the fault is sensor-related, voltage-related, calibration-related, or module-related. Third, inspect the specific wheel area or system named in the fault. Fourth, clean or repair obvious issues like dirty sensors, damaged wiring, corroded connectors, or broken tone rings. Fifth, replace the failed component only if inspection and testing support it. Sixth, clear the codes and road test the vehicle to confirm the fix. If you do not have a scan tool, you can still do some basic checks, but you need to be realistic. You can inspect all 4 wheel speed sensor areas, look for damaged wires, unplug and check for corrosion, inspect tone rings, check battery voltage, and look for loose grounds. That can absolutely help. But if you are serious about solving why the ABS and traction control light are on at the same time, a proper scan tool speeds this up massively. Without it, you are relying more on visible clues and guesswork. Now let us talk about how to reset traction control light and ABS light, because this is where many people jump too early. Once the actual cause is fixed, there are usually 3 realistic reset paths. The first and best method is using a scan tool to clear the ABS codes. That is the cleanest and fastest approach. The second is that on many vehicles, once the fault is repaired, the lights may go off on their own after the car is driven, and the module sees a valid signal again. The third is battery disconnect, but this is the least reliable and not the method you should depend on. Disconnecting the battery might clear memory on some vehicles, but on many others, the hard fault will remain stored or return immediately if the issue still exists. It can also create new problems like radio resets, idle relearn needs, or steering angle sensor relearn issues. So if you are trying to reset the traction control light and ABS light, do not treat battery disconnection like the main fix. Treat it as a last resort only after the cause is corrected, and preferably after checking whether your vehicle has radio codes or relearn requirements. Here is the right way to reset after repair. Once the bad sensor, broken wire, failing hub, low voltage issue, or calibration issue is fixed, connect the scan tool and erase the ABS codes. Then start the vehicle and confirm whether the lights stay off. After that, perform a careful road test. Drive at low speed first and then at normal road speed, so the module can compare wheel speed data from all corners. If the repair is successful, the ABS and traction control lights should remain off. If they return, go back to the code scan and see whether it is the same fault or a second fault that was hidden before. There's another mistake people make here. They replace one wheel speed sensor, the light goes out briefly, then comes back on, and they think the new part must be defective. Sometimes it is. But just as often, the real issue is poor quality aftermarket sensors, damage in the wiring harness that was not repaired, or a reluctor ring problem that was never addressed. So if the light returns, do not panic. Rescan, confirm live wheel speed data if your tool supports it, and compare all 4 wheel readings while driving. If one wheel drops out, spikes, or reads differently from the others, that tells you where to focus. If the codes point to ABS pump motor faults, valve faults, or ABS module communication problems, that is more advanced. You may be dealing with a failing ABS module, pump assembly, or internal control issue rather than a simple sensor problem. At that point, diagnosis can involve checking power, ground, fuse supply, communication lines, and module-specific tests. That is not the place to guess with parts unless you have strong evidence. ABS modules are expensive, and misdiagnosis there gets costly fast. If this video helped you, like, share, and subscribe. And watch this next video here where we show why the ABS did traction control lights, and even the electronic stability light may all come on at the same time. The video will be linked in the description box and here in the card.